Hello and welcome everyone to what I hope is the first of many recordings. I'm just experimenting here, so this is my very first one. I am not a natural born speaker, so we'll see how I do. That was my Borg texture load. There's my Romulan texture load. Feds. And Klingon. So today I'm bringing you a 2v2 match between... We have Rainbow Killer and Komk on the bottom right. Rainbow Killer is Romulan, Komk is Borg. And on the top we have Fuzzy and Zap. I believe Zap is Klingon and Fuzzy was Federation. Yes. So the map is... I don't remember the map. But it's a good map. It has relatively core home moons, with your dilithium being very safe. And then it has standard expansions for both players that are pretty close to each other, encouraging some battles around these nebulas here. The middle is a little bit obstructed, but has another moon pair there. So we've got the first set of scouts arriving. I hear starbase fire here and down here. Looks like a Klingon scout forgot to cloak. Now this is something I've been seeing lately, is Romulan players starting out their star yard. Since many other races can double yard, like the Klingons and the Dominion, they can put a second yard at their expansion. But the Romulans can only really do one yard. So I've been seeing them really advance that forward instead of keeping it at their home base. And I've played this myself. I've had advantages and disadvantages to this. It lets you project your power much better, but if the enemy ever overwhelms you, they can just kill it, and your starbase can't keep it safe at all. So we'll hope that turns out well for him. It definitely has secured him his expansion. He's got a combination of Laval Griffin, boarding a detector over here. Let's see. Zap is throwing up his Bird of Prey extension. He's got his mining full. Over here, Fuzzy is... I assume he's got chassis level 1 by now, judging by the way he's got his mining. Yikes. Komk he's got one collective uplink. His miners are just going. We'll be seeing a skew or something from him very shortly, but he's probably paying attention to his scout right now. And Rainbow Killer with the Lavals still pumping. We'll get one eventually. And he's just going ahead and getting mining right here because it's so much safer under the yard than it is back at his home. But for a Laval strat, in the very beginning your Tritanium is more important than your dilithium. As he gets basic Laval upgrade, starts building a second one. After that he's going to be hung up on Tritanium. There we have one Scube, one uplink, resource assimilator. The feds are going for science. Oh, I see. He's going straight through for... Oh, okay, he didn't remember chassis level 1 before, so he's going ahead for warpins probably and small ships. And he's still got enough of his starting money to get away with that. Needs to get a third miner over here, though. That's gonna hurt him. Klingons are developing well. I believe they had one Bird of Prey. Oh no, that's the first one. But they're expanding quickly. Meanwhile, their Romulan opponent is going out with his one Laval. It's got auto repair. Be a while till he gets that third upgrade if he does. And I'd call this a good idea. Oh yeah, there it goes. That's a lot of hit points for that miner, but it's also far from home. Although this Burrell, he's used up too many meta Ds. He won't be able to kill that Burrell. A Scube, on the other hand, an intercept Scube, will do very nicely. if they can coordinate. if they can coordinate. Okay, so the Laval's going to get that kill, and the Scube's probably going to get this kill. This is not a good position for Zap to be in. He wasn't expecting to get double teamed here. And his ally is throwing up Starfleet Command, but only has one Intrepid coming out. Meanwhile, the Scubes are an incredible projection of power in the beginning, and there's a Griffin up as well. Okay, so that one actually works very well because Griffins have very high dilithium cost, while Lavals cost lots of tritanium. Mixing them together evens out very well, and both of them... Oh, okay. Oh yeah, don't want to get overwhelmed by Burrells. But yeah, both of them have specials that require good special energy, which means they go all singularity generators later. Back here at comp, we just have... Where's this Constrictor? Dode coming up. These Burrells are not happy. And one is dead. That Laval kill was good earlier, but is not going to make up for this. They didn't cloak out. They're not going to win against Cubes. Although, we're going to have a warp-in coming in about 40 seconds. Oh, that's a long time. Zap is going to find himself with extra dilithium soon, which is pretty ironic for a Klingon. Little bit of lag there. Fortunately, Fuzzy here has been completely unrated, which is what a Federation player likes to be. But I don't think, when that warping comes in, it'll definitely push these guys off, but I don't know if it's going to get any kills. The Romulans still have paused production because they're tritanium locked so badly. I wonder if he researched level 2. These Griffins, they're 600 and 200, so they're not hard to build with tritanium at all. That's one Griffin just sitting here, killing stuff. And there's the Warpin. Oh, it's over here. He's going offensive. No, he's going home. Not bad. Yoyodyne. San Francisco. Now that you only get one big ship per warp-in, I can't decide what my favorite is. A lot of people like the Ambassador. I think I like the Galaxy. Even though it's slow, it doesn't have any fancy specials, but it's an iconic ship from the show, and it has the highest stats. And this is a relay Dode, a relay intercept, so he's more concerned with securing his own space, which he can afford to do that because he's got 2 Scubes and they didn't die right off the bat. So they can keep the enemy entertained, and he might need those if these warp-ins come attacking. I hear Klingon cloaking. Burrell, he's got Burrells, Cavorts, and while Cavorts are so much better for him to be building, he needs the Burrell so that he can decloak these Romulans. If I were Zap right now, I'd probably have to throw up the central thing, the central expansion, just because he needs more ships, and Katingas could do that. Or a battle yard. A battle yard would do it. Yeah, these Scubes and Dode are over here. This is a double intercept Dode, so it's not going to be pleasant to fight against. This scout sees it. Oh, that's funny, it turned over just because it saw them coming. Constructor is running for its life. That Dode is just going to eat the Intrepid if it targets it. Derelict Scout belonging to the Borg with dead life support. Once this Monsoon dies or goes down, The Intrepid's gonna die too. These Warpins need to come in. One thing you gotta look out for. I play Romulans so much. When I'm Romulan, sometimes I fight against the Borg or races that have life support disables, and I like to keep my guys out in the field and just let them repair themselves. But every once in a while, you really gotta watch out, because those life support disables slowly drain your crew. If you eventually get down to yellow crew, then you have to go back to the yard. Over here, Zap has a much needed respite. He's got his battle yard, he can't build anything yet, and he's about to get sniped. Not a happy place to be. Oh, and they pass in the night. And right now, this player here, Rainbow Killer, can stand to do much more damage to Zap than Zap can do to Rainbow Killer, even with Rainbow Killer's messed up weak miners. Although they can cycle through this repair yard, the entrance to it is on the top. Go for it. Oh, and yeah. He's going to relay this expansion. Now, Fuzzy, I'm guessing, is more of a new player. No offense, but he isn't focusing on getting the numbers of ships that Federation need. The Errata Yard, yes, you can get good stuff out of it, but it's not, you can't go for Errata Yard if you don't have an expansion, if you're only mining out of one moon pair. And he needs to be supporting his allies, because poor Zap is getting double teamed. And now he needs to run so bad. Oh, he got out. That was amazing timing. But guess what? The other enemy is here. Still, even then, even with the double intercept ode, he's got a pretty decent position in front of this battle yard. Although these guys, oh, I don't know if they can make it into the yard there. Here's a friendly Warpin. Not well placed. Let's see. I don't want to dock Fuzzy for that. He's learning, but you don't want to put it somewhere to keep it alive. You want to throw it right in the middle of everything so it can help. There's the Galaxy doing its extra damage to the Dode. I'd like to note that the Galaxy will not get affected by the subsystem disabler on the Dode, but obviously it won't be auto-targeted either by anything here. All the Brails are gone. These cohorts are holding their own, but they can't get kills on the cloaked units, cloaked ships. Oh, I see. He's relayed just the dilithium moon, allowing Fuzzy to get an Antares yard up here, which he does not need. He needs to produce. If the Antares yard costs the same cost as one Excelsior 2, he needs the Excelsior 2 instead of another yard. That's how desperate he is for ships. That's what a Fed roll means. Just get more. Meanwhile, I'm so terrible with names. Rainbow Killer. Rainbow Killer here is still pumping out ships. He's got 5, which is a big Romulan fleet. I wouldn't go cloaking him just yet if I was him. Just to get some more special energy. These guys are going to come down here and raid, and they might actually get away with it too. If Rainbow Killer is smart, he'll just ignore them and go straight through. Or go raid somebody else. I'm not so sure about if he'll be able to push these guys